Okay. So did you want to do it on camera, or did you want to just do voice?
I think it's just voice. I think this is just the intro video.
Yeah, just voice, please, if that's okay.
All right.
We
Sounds
usually
good.
we usually play this video just while the room's filling up.
That sounds good. Let's do it.
Great. We'll give it a little bit of time. Time for the room to populate.
Welcome to Owners Unity, a community-driven token that revolutionizes the way the world purchases property. Imagine a future where every home earns passive income, a home that when you sell or pass on, continues to provide wealth and security that can't be sold separately from the property. Imagine then that every affordable housing property across the planet provides the same. That future starts now with Owners Unity. You are purchasing sales tax. Owners Unity will reward its holders with stable coin reductions, funding a buyback and burn, whilst adding to an affordable housing fund to help build homes that really help the global community. Our multi-reward system also ensures that everyone has the chance to improve their financial situation. From owning the token to staking the token, there are multiple rewards for all. Every applicant will be voted on by our community. Every major decision will be voted on, and the progression of Owners Unity will be in your hands as part of the same collective. For your assurance in this project, the team's tokens will be locked for 12 months. The liquidity pool will also be locked and moved to an insured wallet. There will also be stringent limits on all the team's wallets as to the amount that can be withdrawn, and a time limit between withdrawals to add additional peace of mind. Owners Unity aims to return financial freedom to the people who are working hard to better themselves, and also those who are being left behind. Together, we are committed to giving everyone the chance of financial stability and a home that will provide for them, especially in times of need. Join our revolution today.
How are we doing for attendance so far? Okay, 10, great.
Yeah, we'll get some more stragglers as we go on, definitely. We're definitely excited to have you here today. I mean, me personally, I'm actually in the process right now of going to buy my first home. So, it's probably going to be a little late for me for you guys, but, I know that there's a lot of, people that are in the same boat who, affordable housing has been a real issue for them. So that's why I'm so excited about your project. And, for people that don't know about it, I'm excited for you guys to, fill them in on all the details.
Yeah, I think I think the term real world utility just gets overused quite a bit. I think with this project, we've touched so many people in terms of, personal circumstances, people like yourself who are looking to get a property and have maybe found it more difficult than it should be. So, everyone needs a home. You can't get much more utility than that. And yeah, we've certainly caught a lot of attention thus far, and a lot of people really passionate about the cause.
Now, I know you guys have been in here in the room before, but for somebody who, may be new for the first time or, watching this video later on and that, has had the issue with, finding affordable housing, how is your project actually going to work to help them out moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll get into that soon. I don't know if we want to jump the gun and start giving away all the secrets early doors. But it's in the explainer. Scott, I'm not sure, or Das, when do you feel like we should begin? It's mainly our admins currently.
Yeah, I'm ready to begin because this will go on the YouTube, won't it, Mike?
Yes, I will post it on YouTube, and I will also pin it to the group so that I have a lot of European people in the group and Australians. So it's it's weird times for sure. It's a very eclectic group, but everybody does, for the most part, listen to stuff after the fact, and I will keep it up for at least a day or two. So, people will get to see it. I will tweet it out, and I will actually have it on YouTube. So we'll definitely get it out to as many people as possible. I'm going to give you guys the floor. You guys have done this before. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel with it. You could just conduct this as a normal AMA, just like you normally do in your group or whatever group you do. And if I have any questions, along the way, I'll shoot them over to you. But yeah, I'll definitely just let you guys, take the lead on this for sure.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Well, guys, welcome to the Owners Unity vs Dirty Mike AMA. Good to have a lot of familiar faces back again. So to start on to describe what Owners Unity is, Owners Unity is a disruptive project that combines decentralized finance and real estate. We aim to revolutionize the way the world purchases property. Everyone deserves a home, and everyone should be able to afford a home. To revolutionize this system, what that physically means is, for homeowners, it means abandoning the old mortgage type system in place of the Owners Unity payment program. So that means abandoning the old credit check system for an affordability check. You should not be denied to buy a home when you are paying double in rent. And that occurs all around the world, whether you're in the USA, Europe. The traditional old mortgage type systems are often low cost but difficult to attain, and we aim to fix that. So the Owners Unity system offers lower entry for deposits for a home. Why rent paying expensive costs elsewhere for 5 years just to save up enough for a traditional mortgage, especially when you can show and demonstrate that you can afford that. Through our rewards for homeowners and unique tokenomic system, we also help reduce the standard 30-year commitment and 30 years of payments down to a fraction of that. The word mortgage, and it's often a dirty word on these AMAs, the word mortgage actually comes from the French death pledge. Now, at Owners Unity, we believe that owning a home and your home should be about life, not a commitment until death. And it should be about positive things and memories and families, not a huge chain around your neck. So that's our mission statement. That's our goal. And we've built an amazing board and a set of advisors around that to achieve that. So yeah, we've got a fantastic bench with a wealth of experience in all the relevant sectors, from blockchain, tokenomics, real estate, construction, finance. Currently on the call, we have founder Scott Shearer. We also have Dean White, the Chief Technical Officer. Obviously, time zone conflicts. We also have Sal, who's our tokenomics expert. And we also have people on board, including Simon Henderson, who has 18 years in property development. He's also involved with the new NEOM development in Saudi Arabia, which has a cost of $500 billion. I don't know if you've seen it, the line development. So we've put together an amazing board of people to deliver this project that we believe can truly change the world. I will pass the mic over to our founder, Scott Shearer, who can talk a little bit about the project and the benefits for both homeowners and token holders.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for that introduction, Paul. He's covered a lot of areas that are relevant and pertinent to what we do. One of the key things that Paul mentioned, and I think it's always an important place to start, is why are we doing this? What is the point? Is there a need for what we can provide? Recently, there's been a lot of articles in papers and throughout media that are showing that it's getting increasingly difficult for people to be able to afford even the most basic level of housing globally. It's not just an issue in one country, it's an issue all around the world. This is the type of thing that only happens when a system is broken. House prices are increasing wages are remaining stagnant, inflation is going through the roof, and all of these different things, when put together, create a system and a situation that is untenable. The traditional way to look at it is you go for a mortgage, you just have to borrow more and pay it for longer. I'm a mature gentleman, I think is the best way to put it. And I can remember when mortgages used to be 20 years. Now it looks as if mortgages are 30 years. Everyone accepts that the standard mortgage is 30 years. No one bats an eye that it's gone up 10 years. An additional 10 years of you paying interest rates. If you have a variable or a fixed mortgage, then obviously they make the claim that it makes a great difference, but it doesn't. You're still paying more money. It also means that a lot of people that should be on the housing ladder can't get on the ladder. It means that they're stuck in rentals. It means that they're earning their money and throwing it away with no rewards. And therefore, that means they're not able to leave anything for their children. What we aim to do is we aim to help these people and eventually help everyone to get on the property ladder and to own a home that they are comfortable in, a home that provides a good standard of living. The goal, the golden aim, is to build our own homes which are eco-friendly, carbon neutral, self-sustainable, and built on smart chain technology. So every aspect of the home can be run through the smart chain. It will take time to get there, but that's the aim for us getting there. How does this help people? If we can disrupt the current system and put the power back into the hands of the clients, then that means the clients have the power. And instead of the big corporations and the mortgage lenders dictating terms to you, you get to dictate the terms to them. They have to change. Instead of forcing you guys to work harder, earn more money, you change the tables on them. The system is quite simple and quite straightforward, but we'll start with the thing that's most important to you, and that's, why should I invest in this token? How does the token help me? And to discuss that, I think it would be good for Harvey to run you through what we actually do for our token holders. After you, Harvey.
I think he has to be allowed to speak.
Oh.
He's requesting to speak.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, he should be muted, but let me. For some reason, he's the only one who I have to allow. Let me click that. Okay, he should be good to go now. Harvey, you can unmute.
Great.
You hear me now? Yes.
Yes, we got you, Harvey.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Okay. Hi, Harvey.
First, anyway, let's go through this. All token holders will receive stablecoin BUSD rewards from buys and sells taxes. Those that stake will also receive additional out token rewards in accordance with the APY. Due to our secondary economics, we're able to add additional BUSD rewards to all our stakeholders, or to our stakeholders, should I say. And as we are a fair token system, however, we'll also return BUSD rewards to all holders. And to explain that a wee bit more, it means so people who haven't staked receive additional rewards, and people who have staked receive a secondary award from the secondary tokenomics. And we have a third level of tertiary economics, and because of that, we're able to added an additional layer of BUSD rewards to all token holders to ensure we provide an exceptional level of rewards to everyone. So as you can see, there are, in essence, 3 levels of rewards to all token holders. And if you stake, there are additional rewards. Hope that explains.
Thanks for that, Harvey. Yeah, so as you can see, the token offers multiple layers of rewards. This, we feel, is a good way to entice people to get on board and to utilize the token, to hold the token. They'll get more, but there's also a bit there for the trading side, so we can maintain a decent volume, because obviously volume will assist us in driving up the price for you guys, but it'll also bring the revenue in so that we can help us build our ecosystem and achieve what we want to achieve, which is homes for as many people as possible. The main ethos that we work on is everyone has the right to a decent standard of living, and everyone has the right to a decent home. If we can combine those two, then we're on the way to moving forward and changing part of a system that is broken and making it to start to work for people again. Something else that's crucial about what we provide is our homes come with a portfolio which provides passive outcome for people. So if you own one of our properties, you get a portfolio. That portfolio will provide the people in that property with an additional income that can be used however they see fit, but it offers an additional cushion in times of hardship to make sure that people aren't forced out of their homes. If you are in the process of purchasing a home with us and something happens, in America, for instance, we all know that the healthcare system there isn't the most beneficial. And a lot of people there can have an accident through no fault of their own, and they have a choice to make. Am I going to pay my health bills, or am I going to keep my home? And we all know that a lot of Americans lose their homes, as do a lot of people around the world, due to having an additional cost that they weren't expecting, that then leaves them incapable of maintaining their payments to the mortgage providers. The way that we see it is you shouldn't have to struggle. There's no need for you to struggle. With our portfolio system, if you have built a nest egg in your portfolio and something happens to you, you can draw down on that to buy yourself additional breathing space to get yourself back on your feet, get yourself up and running. Your home will take care of you with owner's unity.
What's your thoughts, Dirty Mike?
Sorry, I had a delay on my button I had muted. I wanted to ask you guys offhand. Now, this isn't just. Is this going to be worldwide, your properties that you're going to have, or is this just in certain parts of the world or different, certain countries that you're going to be starting with? Like, where are you going to be initially starting this?
We did pilot. We were looking to pilot in the UK, but after listening to our community, there's no reason why we can't roll it out anywhere on the planet. What we plan to do is we plan to take applications. We will put them through the affordability process. They will then go to the community. The community will vote on who gets to start with our project. Once that has been done, we will then look into the regulations in that area, and we will amend our contracts accordingly, and then the people can move in. So anywhere in the world is where we're looking to open up to from launch. We're not going to have people there on day one. It will take some time. But we look to roll out across the UK. We have already, because we're UK based and we know the UK most, we've already been through the FCA, been in contact with the FCA, put our product to them. They've seen our product. They've come back to us and made us aware of what we need to do. We've had the okay from them with regards to the product, and we've been put in touch with their innovation department because they haven't seen a product like ours before. So we're finalising the contracts for the UK, but it's pretty much a standard contract. Some legal points will have to be changed dependent on the jurisdiction that we go to. That can be done in the locality, and then we will be able to roll our product out anywhere. We won't obviously have all of those documents for every different country from day one. So if we receive applications and someone chooses a specific country, we would need to make sure that our product and the contract it has been modified for that market. But we're not doing anything, and this is key. We're not doing anything outside of what is traditionally done at the moment. We're just tweaking the market to work for our clients as opposed to working mainly for the mortgage lenders. So that's what we're doing. Everything we're doing is within the normal realms of property purchasing at this current moment in time. We have looked at it across America and Australia, mainly India, but we haven't found anything yet that leads us to believe that our product wouldn't be acceptable in every country, because we're not doing anything that everyone isn't doing already. We're just doing it in a different way.
I got a question for you, actually. I hear from a lot of my friends in the UK that utility bills are, very high and unaffordable in some cases. Now, do you have anything in the works to where you'll be able to, tie in utility bills and say like electric and gas bills into some of these programs that you're developing?
Yeah, we could do. It's absolutely not a problem, but we would rather leave it down to the client. So we will have options. I don't want to go until we have all of the trademarks and all of the patents in place fully. I don't want to go into too much detail about what it is specifically, but I work in the energy sector, so it's no issue. A lot of places do offer already properties where you can have your utilities tied in, so it's not an issue. It's just mortgage lenders don't like to take on any additional responsibility. That's why most mortgage lenders will say that you have to find your own utilities. But I've a long-standing relationship with Evolve Online, for instance. I've worked with them for years. I work with GDF. I work with British Gas. I won't mention them because there's trouble. But I've worked with a Russian gas supplier previously. I've worked with all of the major utilities providers in the UK. So I already have relationships with them. I have very good relationships with Evolve Online, and there have been discussions, but I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole until everything's clarified.
You don't have to, Scott, because I know for a fact we've both been involved. I've done your websites to back all of that up, and I'm not going to details as well but yes, he's been a long time involved with that.
Okay. Now, I do want to ask you guys, because we all have plans on, how things are going to go smoothly and how we're going to achieve our goals. What's something you guys have ran into so far that's given you the most amount of trouble in actually, implementing your strategy? Like, have you run into any issues so far that you maybe didn't expect?
Not at the moment, but then we're still early, and we haven't gone outside of the UK. You've got to understand, we know the UK market inside out. So our product was tailored to pass all of the UK regulations. When we looked, we just assumed that we would pilot in the UK, and then we would go through the legal departments in various other countries and get them to draw up the documentations. But on research, it doesn't seem that there's that much difference. There are some differences, but it pretty much runs the same way globally. There's not too many differences. So as long as your contract meets the requirements of any specific location, there's not an issue. You've just got to meet the regulatory bodies, and we're not building properties yet, so we haven't had to delve into that about purchasing the land, seeing what grants we can get because we want to use renewables, etc., etc. There's multiple things to do as we grow, but at this moment, with the primary product that we haven't encountered any problems because it's been researched and it's been worked through in an area that we know.
How far along are you in the process? When did you actually start, planning this? Because this sounds like something that doesn't just come together, in the last month or two. You guys must have been, really working on this and researching this for some time before you've gotten even to the point you're at right now, right?
Just the whole concept has been born over years of conversations amongst people, as we say on our website, a discussion around what was broken, the property market. Speaking like one of our advisors is a very dear friend of mine. He purchased his first property in the 80s when he was 18 years old, and he's built an extensive portfolio since then. But as it's gone on, he's noticed what's happened, and obviously we've sat down and talked, and we've discussed multiple ways of how we could improve the system. But at the time, pre-crypto, there's no way we were going to get anyone to invest in a project that wanted to deprive them of business, so to speak. And the invention and the growth of crypto is what really brought it back to the fore when we realised that we could use crypto to actually benefit people. Cut out.
Oh, you cut out for a second there. Are you still with me? Hello, Das? You still there? Looks like we're having some technical difficulties here. I don't know if it's on my. I don't think it's on my end. Is anybody else able to unmute and talk right now?
Middleman.
Oh, there you go. Nope, we lost you for a little set for a second there. Are you still with us, Daz? Is anyone else able to unmute?
forward. But we've been on this for a long time. The serious talks started. I was talking about this May, June last year, seriously looking at what to do.
Having a little technical difficulty here. Is anybody able to unmute besides Das and say something right now so I can make sure I can hear you guys? I may have to restart this.
Unless somebody asks any more questions, really.
Yeah, just sorry, Dean. What about the web app?
The web apps, it's ready in the background. Obviously, we're waiting for whitelist to start. It's all ready to go. Obviously, until whitelist starts to go, then nobody sees it really. But it's ready to go.
All right.
Guys, I had a question for you real quick. From this point right now, how far are you away from your very first home being in this program and using this model? I know you may not be able to give exacts, but what is your timeline for that?
Right. TGE will be the end of Q2, and by the end of Q3, we would look to have at least one person in a property.
Nice. Okay,
Dependent. If everything goes well, we'll have multiple people in properties. It could be within 3 months. That's UK based. Outside of that, it could take 6 to 12 months, depending on the regulations that we have to meet in other countries. It depends, because obviously we've spent a lot of time talking to the regulatory body in the UK, running the product by them, getting their feedback, taking it to them again, refining what it is that we do, and making it fit for purpose. I would say probably 80% of that can be exported to any other country, but it's the devil's in the details. But we would look, if we got the okay, if we got the green light inside, whatever period of time in any other country, technically we could have people in any country in properties within 3 months. We say the UK because we've done the most work there, but if it's only just changing a few things and adding some fine detail to the contracts, then we could put people in properties anywhere. It's not an issue.
That's pretty exciting that it's it's going to be this year with real world use cases for this, because it's definitely something that a lot of people, not just in the United States or the UK, but worldwide, suffer with, to not be able to get into an affordable home. And I think it's awful that credit is one of the determining factors in that. So, when you guys have, come along with this project and a way of, kind of working around that, I think that could definitely help a lot of people out.
Yeah, no, thanks. The idea is quite a simple concept. There's no interest on our payments because we don't have all of the overheads that we have to cover. We've stripped it down to making it for the client. This product is designed for the client to make it as cheap as possible and to give them every opportunity to own their own property in a reasonable period of time, and also for that property then to add as an additional cushion of safety with an income that's provided to them that they can pass on, or it will move on to the next property. If they sell, the next owners will have that protection. the more people we can get into this kind of system, then the more people will be secure. And one of the additional benefits to this is it will also assist us in building shelters for homeless people, building the affordable housing. Obviously, we want to try and take care of as many people as possible, but to do it in a fiscally responsible way, but to make sure that there's no repetition of what's already happened in the markets. So make a system that supports people where it's sustainable, and it also moves towards renewables to, making the planet more secure as well. That's what we need to do, and that's what we plan to do. I must just add as a caveat, the 3 months is best case scenario. If everything runs smoothly, there's no hiccups, 3 months. I would ask people, and I don't think it's too much to ask, to allow us between 6 to 12 months, just in case, to make sure that we put people in properties.
That's fantastic. If you guys don't have anything else you want to add or on your agenda, we can definitely open it up to some more questions. I know we have a couple whitelist spots to give away here. So anybody who's listening here, feel free to ask some questions, and it's going to be based on, involvement. So ask a good question, and it looks like you would have a decent shot of getting a spot. You guys can just unmute. Anybody has anything?
Yeah, sure. And please remember, if you're uncomfortable with speaking over the mic, feel free to type it into the chat and I will read them out.
Yeah, let me check my chat as well.
One person typing here, which is a good sign. Scott, I don't suppose, I'm not sure if it's already been covered, but elements about the contract being audited, director tokens being held for 12 months, all things sort of related to, token holder security, and sort of to reassure them.
Yeah, not a problem. What we've decided to do is we are going to have the liquidity pool and the smart contract held in a third party contract. We're looking to do that with Everrise. That means that any changes to our contract can only be made through a community vote. So the community is in charge of how we move forward. With regards to the auditing and the KYC, we're going to do that through Reflex Finance. Unless something catastrophic happens, like the world ends, then we plan to use Reflex Finance. They will do the KYC on the company, they will do the audit, and the pre-sale and the launch will operate through them. So we're looking to secure this as much as possible, to offer you guys that invest in us and work with us, so that you all have a voice, you all get to have an impact in the direction that the company takes moving forward.
Awesome. Thank you for the question. Anyone else? Let me see if anybody's typing in the chat.
Yeah, we've got one question from Mrs. Bones. So, my house is loud.
Louder than a Chuck E. Cheese.
Let me just process this. So Mrs. Bones is asking, she was intrigued by a home that is run by blockchain. Not sure if I heard that correctly. But if I did, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I can. Obviously, with regards to running it on blockchain, so all of your utilities run through the home. So you could have a system set up that monitors what you're using, makes you aware of what you're using. For instance, if you've got a faulty appliance, it will alert you that you're burning more energy through that appliance, and it will contact the repair people to come out, maintenance, to have a look. Also, with regards to the security system can be linked to that, and you can operate that through an NFT. So your NFT acts as your door key, technically. With regards to your utility bills, you constantly monitor the energy that's being used in the property. Your telephone, it records your calls, etc. And then you can have a system set up where if you've got your wallet, the amount of tokens is taken out of your wallet, and then that's transferred to fiat and sent off to the suppliers to manage your supplies. With your system, with your lighting system, there's smart lighting systems now, so you can have 100 looms in your front room, but you only need 80 looms in the hallway, so the lights are managed automatically, so you're not burning too much energy. There's so much that can be done. That's just a start. I also hope that we can have a closed system so that our homes are all run through renewable energies, whether it's biomass, whether it's wind, whether it's water, whatever it needs to be done. Solar, you can have the solar panels not just for the electricity, but you use solar for your heating, for the water. There's also ground source heating. There's so many ways to run a home through technology now. We hope to bring it all together and make homes that are eco-friendly, also use renewables in any way. There's a very interesting use case for plastics on eco homes, so that's something that we would look into as well, and try to bring that all together and put it into a property that offers a good standard of living, is friendly for the environment, and takes care of you. You could probably get an extra income out of returning some of the additional energy back to the grid, so that you could claim a tariff from the local government. So there's lots of things you can do with your property that you could run through the smart chain, through the blockchain, that would assist you and make your life easier, because you don't have to worry about all these things. A lot of time your bills go up because things aren't running properly. If you've got voltage optimization in the home as well, that manages the energy that comes into your property, so you're not having as much bleed in the property, which just drives your bills up. Also heats your appliances up, which shortens their lifespan, which means you have to replace them quicker. But I will stop rambling about that stuff. Hopefully that gives you an idea of where we want to go.
No, it definitely does, and I think that's a pretty unique concept, using an NFT to actually, run this. Is this something that you would have somebody else, develop the contract for this NFT, or is this something that you would be able to, develop in house yourselves?
I think that would depend on at what stage we need to do it. I would rather collaborate with people than try to go alone and do everything ourselves. I want as many organisations that have the same ethos as us to come together and to help improve people's quality of living. There's a lot of people out there, but it's fractured, that want to do it. Some people want to do the renewable energies. Some people, want to do the voltage optimization. Some people, want to make appliances more eco-friendly. There's lots of different aspects of people coming at this, and if we can all get together at some point and hammer out a plan, then that would be good. Real world utilities on their NFT is obviously part of parcel of what would be beneficial as well, because you can get things together on NFTs, but you can make them slightly different for different groups of people. So the homeless people, if you get them in your properties and you give them a chance for cheaper meals and cheaper clothing, all these type of things. One of our team come up with a brilliant idea. We kick these ideas backwards and forwards. We've got, as far as I'm concerned, some of the best mods that are out there. Lots of people utilise them, and I can see why. But we're talking about NFTs where you purchase clothing, but the clothing goes to the homeless guys. things like that. So you can donate, but you're doing good with it as well. That's another aspect of what we hope to encompass. But we will work with other people. We don't want to do it all on our own. We want to collaborate with as many good people as possible to make a positive change.
Awesome. That's really
Excellent.
exciting.
Awesome.
We got a couple more people joining in now. Anybody else have any questions? We're giving away a couple list spots here for community involvement. So ask a good question, and you might have a decent chance of getting one. Should you be able to just unmute?
Yeah, would you be able to allow Lawgiver and Jim Top to speak, please? I think Jim Top might have had a question. Also, guys, as Dirty Mike has stated, we're giving away a whitelist spot for the sort of most interaction and the best questions this evening. So, thus far, Mrs. Bones has an 100% chance of winning that white spot. So, it's very it's available for everyone. If you want to get involved now.
Okay.
But yeah, if you could allow Jim and Lawgiver to speak, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. They were all the way at the bottom. I didn't see them there with their hand up. Give me a second here. I got a little bit of a delay on my end. We're getting to you, Lawgiver.
But yeah, Michael McCain, David, J. Rob, please feel free to get involved and pop the team a question.
Yeah, J. Rob, what you got? Any questions here? All right, Lawgiver, you are unmuted, and Jim Top, you are unmuted as well. So you could just take yourself off and just ask a question.
So I will defer. I was actually going to ask Jim's question for him. I didn't know that he had his hand up, so I'll let him go ahead and ask his own question, and then I'll be thinking about something of my own, but I won't steal from him.
Okay. All right, Jim, what you got?
We'll give him another second, and then he can have credit for this because he brought it up.
I think he's reaching for his microphone.
Hello, can you hear me?
We got you.
Oh, okay, sorry, I was talking.
I did it too at one point today, so don't feel bad.
All right. I wanted to expand on a point made on the last AMA, and it was something that struck me. I was thinking about it, and there was mention of kind of the resiliency of this project outside of the crypto token. So my experience is you're in various projects, and you got a great team, and in some cases, utility and even profitability demonstrated. But for whatever reason, because the crypto market and sometimes the investors in them are fickle. And a project can get decimated just because we have a lot of investors fixated on the price. Something you mentioned was that regardless of the action of the token price, the project will live on, or profitability will still maintain. Investors will still be seeing something. I'm curious to expand on that. And I guess one example would be, for example, a project that pays out rewards simply on volume, which means that if there's negative sentiment and volume dries up, then there's no rewards being paid back, despite the underlying project probably, actually doing well. Can you elaborate on that? And it might kind of speak to the resiliency of the project outside of just the crypto aspect.
Yeah, sure. Shall I take this one, or does anyone else want to take it?
I feel like that one's for you.
Okay. Because of the way that we have set this project up, every one of you who invests in our token is technically a shareholder. So when the real world company makes a profit, that profit is then sent back to you guys as a stable coin. This is the simplest way of explaining it. So if everything, if there is a crash, a flash crash, if people try to manipulate our token once we've launched and we've become reasonably successful, you will always receive a stable coin reward independent of what the cryptocurrency market is doing. So as we grow as a company, and this is the beauty of it, as we grow as a company, the more people we onboard, the more rewards you get from that side of the business. We even added the tertiary autonomics, which offers an additional layer of rewards to you guys, because the idea of this is to safeguard your investment. To safeguard your investment, a lot of current setups are that the cryptocurrency and the investors that gave people their start are independent of the limited companies, the PLCs that have been set up, and you don't get anything from that company. All the profits and that, you receive absolutely nothing. You only receive the benefits of a successful project because it drives your price up, because everyone can see that the company's doing well. But you don't physically receive anything back from that company outside of what the crypto has provided. And if it's a rebase token, you receive the rebase token rewards, but there's no tangible link between the two projects. With us, there is no true separation between the two. It is one organization. So the benefits that are provided from the token remain for everyone. The benefits that come from the real world utility and the profits that are driven from the real world utility are returned in portion as a stable coin to the token holders. There's no reason why it hasn't happened already, and there's no reason why, if we get this right and we evolve through listening to you guys, that this isn't a model that is successful and is adopted by other organisations moving forward if they want to survive. I hope does that answer your question, Jim, or was you looking for something more elaborate?
That is spot on. That's to the point where I'm actually super excited because you hit the nail on the head. You can have a project where the underlying core team is doing phenomenal, but the only way you're going to see that direct linkage of payback is through a hype mechanism. In other words, hey, look at us, we're doing great. Tell everybody we're doing great. So volume generates, and then you get the volume generated reflections or price increase, but not necessarily directly. And the closest thing I've seen to a direct tangible is the make profit and then buy back and burn. And then they buy back and burn. But again, buy back and burn is not a direct reflection. And oftentimes buy back and burn is a process where, that price appreciation through reduction in supply is not seen through until at least several generations of crypto trading cycles. Meaning you may never see that effect of the buyback and burn until 3 years from now. And we know how fickle crypto investors are. So an actual direct reflection of the company's success, almost like a dividend, right? Where you're getting a GE stock dividend that's consistent payout depending on the company's profitability, no matter what the stock price is doing. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. That's really exciting. Appreciate that.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the question. Anyone else? Getting some good involvement there.
Sure. It would specifically be great to hear from people from within the Dirty Mike community. Maybe Samson Lowy.
Yeah, Samson, you want to unmute yourself? You have any questions?
Is there anything you missed that you would like clarified?
Perhaps now as he got up.
Don't make me start calling people's names out.
Don't make me start. Yeah, but perhaps now is a good opportunity for me to talk about the seed round.
Yes, definitely.
So we are the pre-registration is now open on the website for the seed round. You can access that at outoken.org. Fill in the form, and we will pop you an email when the seed round is ready. Currently, the seed round is targeted for the 29th of April. Between then and the 2nd of May. So that sort of pay weekend internationally. So we are like the subscription level on it is super high. It is first come, first serve. So there will be a countdown to that seed round opening. I think we have a limit of from 0.1 BNB up to 10. But yeah, that's looking super, super popular currently. And we will have 2 further private rounds before we run for TGE, which we are projecting for around June. So yeah, if you want to get on the pre-registry for that, head to outoken.org and get signed up.
Awesome. I see Irish Grandma hands in here. What's going on, Jake? How you doing, buddy? Oh, he's playing shy.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on there, Mikey?
Nothing much. We have Owners Unity in here. I see you've been in here for a little bit. Did you have any questions or comments on some of the stuff that they are doing?
It sounds really interesting, man. I think they rounded it out pretty well. I'm feeling a little bit down. We tested positive this morning with that COVID thing, so I'm trying to just relax a little bit.
Oh no, I'm sorry, calling you out there. You're not feeling well.
No, I appreciate it, man, for sure. Good AMA, you guys. Thank you.
No, there's a lot we've left out as well. There's a lot of other innovations that we will be advising people on over the next 10 days up to seed launch. We've moved on so much with the advice of the community, giving us tips on what we should do here, what we should do there. We've managed to tweak the system and make it work better for you guys. I think Lawgiver's got a question, so I'll let him ask if that's okay.
Yeah, Lawgiver, what do you got, buddy?
Okay. So Jimmy didn't even ask the damn question I thought he was going to ask. So what's I guess the method for potential clients, potential homeowners coming into contact with Owners Unity? How I don't know if it's marketing. How are we going to get the name out to people that would be great potential clients and need this opportunity?
Or like the application process. Yeah.
Sure. That's my department. So yeah, obviously, I mean, this scheme thus far has proven super popular. I think everyone within the community wants a home. I think just in terms of how are our competitors going to compete when we're requesting half of the deposit? How are the competitors even going to compete when we can offer to reduce a typical through a mortgage system, a 30-year mortgage, down to a fraction of that through the Owners Unity payment program? We are going to be the preferred option. So in terms of attracting clients, we're going to be incredibly oversubscribed. The earned media through that, through lifting people up, through lowering the sort of the poor wealth divide. Internationally, the sort of earned media we'll get in all the papers will it's going to be a touch overkill, I'd say. But yeah, there will be an application process on the website. We'll be able to then put this to a community vote. I believe Scott might want to talk a little bit more about the community vote and how we do it. But there is an application process. The most important bit about that is the fact that it's not a credit check the way we decide things. It's an affordability check. So might have even been in this the last AMA that we did with you, where someone had mentioned that they had a medical bill from decades ago, and they that affected their ability to get a mortgage. I forget when it was. It might have been with your EMA.
I think it was.
We believe. Yeah. We believe that, a medical bill should not affect your ability to buy a home. I mean, that surely goes without stating. So, yeah, we use the affordability check and we use a community vote to pick the applicants. I don't know if Scott wants to cover a touch on that.
Yeah, fine, not a problem. We have advisors that work in the property field, and what we will do is we will make them aware of the product. They will put us in touch with other estate agents, realtors, I'm assuming, in other countries, and offer our services. So we have people who I know you're aware of, lawgiver, who are in contact with multiple agencies that have a list of people that they have rejected for a mortgage in their own premises. What we will do is reach out to them and say, we have a product. If you could forward them to us, we'll see if we can help them. That's one of the ways that we're going to do it. We will also at some point have our own website, which we're building at the moment. That will be available globally. That will be marketed. It will be put out there for people to reach. I'm in touch with various organisations that deal with the needy. If we form relationships with them, they will put forward what we're doing as an option. We will be using everything: social media, word of mouth, obviously our existing contacts within the industry, utilising our community and our community's ties within the industry to make sure that everyone that needs us knows about us. And with our application process, we are fully aware that you have to follow data protection. It might vary slightly in some countries, but data protection is data protection. We will run people through a check, a more traditional check, but that check doesn't instantly disqualify them, as it would do, as I'm sure you're aware, a lot of companies have an automated checking service that if you hit a certain amount of points, then that's it, you're rejected. They don't look at the human aspect of it, like Paul said, someone having medical bills, or especially with what's happened with the pandemic, there's a lot of people out there have adverse credit now, or their credit rating has been impacted negatively through nothing that's their own. So we are going to take the personal aspect of that and utilise that, and we will put the information that we can forward to our community. We won't put forward any data that is covered by data protection, but what we'll do is we'll just run things through. We'll put it to a vote. The community will vote on people, and the benefit of our voting system is that whether it gets through to the application process, if you aren't selected for the property that's available, then you go on the list, the waiting list, and then as more properties become available, you are invited to join the project. You're not sent off to have to reapply. We obviously, if it's an extended period of time, we will ask them to pass forward the details, ask if there's been any changes, just verify that they're still in the same situation so that we don't put you guys at risk by taking on board anyone that's more of a liability than is necessary. That's the process that we plan to use. And that's how we plan to get our product out there and available on the market.
Great. Thank you so much. If there's not any more questions, we've definitely blown past the hour here. Gotten a lot of information out there. You guys do a great job of packing a lot of information into a short amount of time. You guys really have your stuff together, with your presentations, and I want to take my hat off to you. You guys are very good at speaking, and you do a great job. Are there any more questions before we wrap this up, guys? Going once, going twice. All right, well, guys, I want to thank Owners Unity for joining us today for this AMA. Guys, I am going to edit this video, and I will send you a copy over. I will post this in my room for the next 24 plus hours. for everybody to check out who wasn't able to get in here, and I'll send it over to you as well so you can post it to your group as well, and I'll put it on YouTube, and we'll try to get as many views as possible for you guys.
Thanks again for your time, Mike.
Awesome.
Yeah,
thank you
very much.
Thank you guys
Yeah,
at
thank you very, very
Community.
much.
Check these guys out. They're looking to do some huge things to help some people out to be able to get some affordable housing through non-traditional ways and powered through crypto. So it's definitely a unique concept, and it's definitely something that's needed worldwide. Thanks, guys. You're a friend of the channel, and we'll definitely be talking again soon.
Excellent. Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Good
Have a great
night.
night.
Thanks, guys.